Good afternoon. Let me first say that we send all of our prayers and support to those families that lost their loved ones who were elected officials in Minnesota. We also today must start, because I come from the nonviolent tradition, as many of us do. And I can't imagine what my father nor mother are thinking as we go through this period of history. Beyond the fact that we must stay engaged and stay on the battlefield until truth, justice, freedom, and equality exist for all humankind. I am deeply honored to stand with you today in the city of brotherly love. A city steeped in the dream of liberty, a city that birthed a nation, and a city that has long carried the flame of resistance in the face of oppression. Philadelphia, you are no stranger to struggle. You were a sanctuary for runaway slaves, a refuge for the righteous abolitionist, a crossroads for the Underground Railroad, and today you are once again a sacred ground where justice calls and freedom answers. So it is only fitting that we gather here today, not in fear, but in faith, not in despair, but in defiance. We gather here in the shadow of Independence Hall to declare that we, the people, still believe in democracy. We still believe in justice. And we still believe in a nation without kings, without tyrants, without rulers who place themselves above the law. We are here to say this land belongs to the people, not to the monarchs, not to the autocrats, not to strong men, but to the people. Just as the generation of 17 and 76 cast off the crown and proclaimed a republic, we, the generation of 2025, pledge to keep faith with that sacred inheritance and let it be known to every corner of this land. We will not let democracy die on our watch. Yes, we're deeply troubled, my friends, by efforts to use fear as a weapon, to use immigration as a scapegoat, to silence the voice of the people through martial force. But we are not afraid. We're not intimidated, and we will not be moved. We will stand. We will march. We will sing, and we will speak peacefully, powerfully, and persistently until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Let us be clear. Let us be perfectly clear that to deport anyone without due process is not only illegal, it is immoral. It is a betrayal of our Constitution and of our highest values. We are one nation under God, indivisible, not with division and detention, but with liberty and justice for all. We reject the militarization of our streets. We say to those in power, if you want to honor our armed forces, do not parade them through the streets like pawns on a chessboard. Honor them by caring for their bodies, their minds, and their futures. Honor them by protecting democracy, not parading over it. Let us use those hundreds of millions of dollars not to inflate egos, but to uplift the people. Use it to fund our schools, to heal our sick, to protect our elderly, to care for our veterans. That is real patriotism. That is real love of our country. And I say to every protester, every marcher, every dreamer in this moment, commit yourselves to nonviolence, not merely as a strategy, but as a way of life. My father taught us that nonviolence is the sword that heals. It is the weapon of the strong. It turns enemies into friends and injustice into redemption. Every gain of the modern civil rights movement that was made was won through disciplined, determined nonviolence. Nonviolent love, I should say. Remember, the forces of repression are watching for us to slip up. They're waiting to point at a broken window and ignore a broken system. They're waiting for an excuse to crush what they cannot control. We must not give it to them. Even one act of violence can undo the moral power of 1,000 voices. So let our protest be loud, but let it also be loving. Let it be fierce, but let it be faithful. Let it be firm, but never fueled by hatred. So train your hearts in the discipline of peace. Prepare your minds for the long road ahead and walk together. Children, don't you get weary. But there's a great camp meeting in the promised land of justice. So as I close this afternoon, I want to say to you, have faith in democracy. Have faith in the power of the people. Have faith in truth over lies, light over darkness, love over hate. We walk not alone, for God walks with us. And if God be for us, who can be against us? So let us rise up with faith. Let us march on with courage. And let us keep climbing toward that great day when liberty is no longer a promise, but a lived reality for all. And so we will never give up. We will never give out. We will never give in. We must keep marching until freedom, justice, and equality exist for all humankind. Thank you, and God bless each of you always.